Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Back to Mixon on second down. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick six, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Wind out. You got 58.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. He finds Watson complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers finding Christian Watson. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter,
11.
you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Thomas.
On third down, Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing now is Rodgers. Flushed out right. This is caught. Touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. So their second touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, they're only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side can ultimately beat you if they score twice.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
All right, ready? 11. Here we go. Get back.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
11.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
12.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. And they go play action now. Burrow. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. It's Mixon on the counter. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
11.
Again, it's Mixon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
11 MT. 11.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
11. Stop.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burrow. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, They've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow with a touchdown connection to Tyler Boyd. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And that one makes it 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field again, it's been a while since they've been out there. We just saw that long touchdown drive by the opposition. But remember, when this crew was out here last, Charles, they scored as well.
And let's make sure we give both offensive staff some credit, and especially the offensive coordinators, because we spoke with both of them in the lead up to this game, and both were really confident in their game plans. They felt like they had scouted their opponents and focused on specific areas in practice this week to make sure that they were ready to go. And frankly, it looks like they both did an excellent job.
Yeah, we'll see if those game plans can keep this streak of touchdowns going here. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
On the delay, Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Again, it's Jones. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the end.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
11.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
On 2.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Burrow looking to pass. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
11 MT tank.
From midfield now, Burrow. And that one caught downfield by Boyd. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go. Twelve. 11.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
11 Thomas. 12.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. And he's got it. Touchdown. T. Higgins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. From the 6. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Kelly.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. After the run by Jones, here's first and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Hey, 88, big 30.
On second down, it's Jones. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
An inside give to Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle, Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jones is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers finding Christian Watson. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Here we go.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Eleven MT.
And that flag accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
11. Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter. But that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It feels pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow voids the target, and he has it over the middle.
1-1, ready?
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go. Stop.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
11 MT. 11 MT. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Now Burrow on 1st down. To Mixon on the check down. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now it's Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11, Thomas. Stop.
Again, it's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
On 1,
A
ready?
good pickup there, 26
Here we
yards.
go. Here we go. Stop.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Over 50. Get 300. Get 300. Hey, 88, 88, 88.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. And here's Jones again on second down. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Hey, take 26.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
I'll go over here. Yeah, this.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Where y'all going?
They'll run for it with Dillon. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Back to throw, Rodgers. And that'll be complete to Dillon. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Rodgers looking to throw. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Yeah, 300. Yeah, 300.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown. Aaron Rodgers finding Christian Watson. And the Packers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Daxton Hill. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.